Hi everyone, this is Antoine. I'm here once again with my beautiful wife, Kristina.
Hi.
And as you probably know, got married not long ago, and we just came back from our honeymoon last week, actually, and we survived, and we're still married.
That's why we're so tanned.
That's why, yeah, we kind of tend. And how can we travel together as a couple without fighting too much? We'll give you some tips on how we do it, how we did it, and yeah, Kristina, let's jump in right in the topic. How can people do that?
Well, the first step and probably the most important part is doing it together, planning together, organizing the trip together. And I think we did that pretty well. I mean, we sat down, we listed everything that we wanted to do, what we didn't want to do. We knew from the very beginning the pretty much the details of our trip.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I think one key point is that both partners have to be involved in the trip. And it starts from the first step, which is the planning of the trip. So I would say both partners have to be involved in the planning of the trip. Sometimes I see people fight just because one person thinks the other person doesn't care, or like doesn't really
Or one person
want to be
completely
there.
takes over the planning.
Yes, exactly. And then you can feel sometimes the woman takes over the planning, and then the man can feel like, I mean, how do you say? And they can feel taken over and less of a man or something like that, because it doesn't get to make any decisions. So avoid that, from the get-go. Plan together and be involved.
Yeah, and another key thing is to go into your trip with a plan, but we say that you should go with a soft plan.
Yeah.
Book things that are essential, but keep flexibility. We booked our transportation, so we had our car and the house that we were renting. But other than that, we knew what we were doing, but we just didn't know when.
Yeah, exactly. For me, a soft plan when you travel is you book the transportation and the lodging, and then everything else. The planning of the trip is maybe listing what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
We knew we wanted to go surfing, take surf lessons. We know we wanted to go zip lining. That was something that she really wanted to do. I wanted to go on hiking in a natural reserve. So we had like a Google document with a list of everything that each of us wanted to do and things that we discussed. But those were not booked.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had like a buffet list of activities. And then whenever we felt like doing that morning, then we can decide to do that or discuss it at night and then book it for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to stay flexible a little bit, and it will avoid, I think, disagreements and maybe fights.
Yeah, and the perfect example is that I think it was the first or second day, I hurt my foot.
The first day, very first day.
I hurt my foot, so I had a hard time walking on it. So our surfing lessons were postponed maybe a few days because of that. So
had we already booked it, then we would have lost money or decided to go, and then you wouldn't have been enjoying yourself, and so it would have been a mess. But now you got to have some flexibility.
Exactly.
All right. Anything else? I think we have more to say a little bit.
I don't know.
Well, my point that I really want to emphasize is that don't think it will be. Don't expect it to be perfect. To me, I think you have to expect at least one disagreement. It'll happen because you're traveling with your loved one. You're spending 24/7 together. That's not even the case. Even if you live together regularly at home, both people work, both people have activities, but now you're 24/7 together.
Just the two of you.
And it's just the two of you. So it will happen. It will not be perfect. Some little disagreements will happen for sure. Someone like me will lose his patience. But if you expect it, then it's coming. You won't let it become a big thing. A small disagreement or two won't ruin your trip, but if it becomes a big fight, that might ruin your trip. And if you don't speak for a day or two, that becomes a big drama. So if you accept the fact that there will be disagreements, then I think it's just a matter of, doing whatever you have to do to calm down. If it's, taking 5 minutes apart, 10 minutes apart, do something, go take a walk, whatever, don't talk for half an hour, but then you calm down and then come back together. Both of you apologize, and then you can go on with your trip.
Yeah. And remember, you're on vacation.
Yeah. So take it easy.
Exactly.
No stress.
Another thing that's important is make sure, like we had said before, make sure that you're doing something, or you're doing activities that both of you want to do. Like we had said before, I really wanted to do zip lining. I don't know if that was something that you really wanted to do.
It wasn't on my list of things that I had to do. Like, it wasn't like on my Costa Rica bucket list.
And it was on mine, so we did it. And you really wanted to go hiking.
Yeah.
To me, that wasn't
exciting
to be really hot in the rainforest, but it was fun though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think you're a couple, so both of you have things that they really want to do, and I think even if it's not something that you would have wanted to do, take the opportunity of discovering something that you would have not you wouldn't have done if you were alone. And I think it's easy to find a little something that's interesting, even if it's not like your activity, like zip lining. Like, I can say, oh, I love heights. I used to rock climb. It's been a while, so I can appreciate that in the zip lining and find little things that appeal to me in a broader activity that was more for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that as a couple, just pleasing your partner at least a day or half a day or something like that by doing something that they really want to do should be enough. Like, it should be rewarding enough to do something for your partner. You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. And do you think traveling together helped our relationship?
Yes, I think so. It was not our first trip, but I think so. I think when you travel with someone, like I said, because you spend so much time together, more than in normal life, and because both of you are out of your comfort zone, you see like the true nature of the person in another environment. So you see your partner in a new light. And so if you can, travel together before getting married. It'll be a good test of your relationship. But I think every time we travel, we know each other more and more in a more intimate way, I think.
So if you can travel with someone,
you're good to go. So by the way, I don't know if we mentioned that, but for tips on how to plan a trip together, you can see our previous video that we did on how to plan the perfect honeymoon. But obviously that can be applied to any type of a trip. It doesn't have to be a honeymoon. That's it for us.
Yeah, I think so.
One of our shorter video.
Yeah.
To the point.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thanks for watching. If you like that, please like us on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook. Leave a comment. If you're on the blog, please leave a comment. We'd like to know what you think. And you can download, if you're planning a wedding, you can download our free wedding calculator and checklist. That's a good tool. And hang around for more tips like that, how to live a happy life together. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
You have to edit.